I don't know if there's some kind of virus or illness going around recently, but it seems like a lot of people have a severe case of doom posting when it comes to Wuthering Waves right now. And today, I'm talking about exploration quality of life perks being locked behind 5-star characters. I'll be real with you. Some people in the community have a bad case of GIT PTSD. No, that's not me calling you a git, but rather Genshin Impact traversal post-traumatic stress disorder. So what's the controversy right now? To summarize, players are upset that Kuro are getting kinda comfortable with adding exploration mechanics to 5-star characters. First, we had Shorekeeper that could turn into a butterfly, then Colada got extra flight time, then we have Phoebe and her broom, and now Cantarella has increased swimming speed. Some people think this is a red flag that Wuthering Waves is slowly following in Genshin's footsteps, locking essential traversal features behind premium characters. People have been so burned by the exploration mechanics and characters in Natland that we've kind of forgotten the underlying reason that makes for bad or unfair exploration experiences for players. People are so traumatized that as soon as they see any kind of mechanic in a 5-star wooer character that's exploration based, we point to Genshin, start hyperventilating, sweating profusely, claiming, oh my god, the game's gonna EOS. I mean, look, bloody Cantarella's natural built-in life jackets make her swim quicker. It's all over. Oh my god. But hold on, let's actually take a step back and analyze whether this is actually a problem or just paranoia. Okay, silence in the court, please. Hush now. Twitter, please present to the court why the current wooer exploration features in recent 5 stars are bad, problematic, and shouldn't exist. It's bad because this is exactly how Genshin started. I just have this gut feeling that Kuro will normalize this and make it worse over time. Objection! Okay, hold on a minute. Just because Genshin has done something doesn't automatically mean Kuro will take the same approach. This is a fallacious, slippery slope argument that is only relying on people's fear from playing Genshin and not something actually rooted in reality. You used the word fallacious, so your opinion is automatically rejected for being an annoying fucking nerd. But what about Phoebe? Have you seen how far she can glide on her broom? Right, okay, I hear what you're saying, but let's be real, the free-to-play option of flight is so much better than Phoebe's exploration mechanic in literally every single facet. At that point, Peeb's ability feels like a bonus rather than something required to make exploration fun. Hold it! Okay, but what about the 1.0 areas, you know, in Huanglong? Phoebe is like OP there. That's clearly power creep, isn't it? Alright, sure. I can totally agree that using Phoebe in the 1.0 areas makes exploration more fun and convenient than the standard player experience. But that doesn't mean its existence is bad. Firstly, Huanglong wasn't designed with Peeb's mechanic in mind. The area is still really easy to traverse without it. One of Wu's main selling points in 1.0 was this exact point. The only thing that should matter is how the devs treat traversal right now in its current patch, because this will give a good indication on how they will build on it in the future. The devs have put so much work to make Rinascita one of the best exploration experiences in a gacha. Flight mechanic, having the kitty paws and stingrays placed in locations that make sense and make exploration feel super fluid and smooth that you don't feel the need to have any additional mechanics to enjoy it. We can confidently conclude that the devs absolutely care about player traversal experience to the point it was literally the most talked about aspect of 2.0. To say that Peeb's broom or Cantarella's life jackets are a sign the devs have suddenly changed their mind over this design philosophy and they're gonna turn around and suddenly make a predatory system similar to Genshin is honestly almost absurd. You're being a little silly, Twitter-kun.
Objection!
But, Cantarella has a swimming mechanic now. You can't possibly tell me the gondola echoes are a better way to travel across water. Who the fuck cares? Like, actually, who cares? Most people just fly across the bloody water anyway. And secondly, how often has swimming ever been a requirement to do anything in this game? Like, actually ask yourself how often you are forced to go into the water to do anything. I don't think there is one. It really doesn't matter to us at all. None of us are going to have to do a Cantarella or turn into bloody Michael Phelps anytime soon. Well, then it just sounds like you're okay with normalizing predatory practices. This is not a good mentality to have. In what world is this predatory when the superior exploration mechanic is literally free for everybody to use? If 5-star traversal abilities aren't even better than what's available to everyone, can we really even call them quality of life upgrades? No, at that point, they're just cool little bonuses, and I have no problem with that.
Hold it!
Okay, well, if these abilities are so minor, why add them to the characters? Clearly, all they do is use it to sell banners. Isn't that predatory? I truly believe the only thing that matters is if the mechanic or feature locked behind that character significantly improves the overall gaming experience while also making the base game more frustrating or difficult. Let's talk about what makes Natland's exploration mechanics actually terrible. It's not because they inherently exist on the characters. It's bad because the entire Natland map feels frustrating to navigate without those exploration bonuses. It incentivizes you to pull for those new characters. It's bad because once you leave the Natland area, the game literally reduces how effective the exploration perks are. Yes, the game literally penalizes you for exploring outside the region unless you pay for constellations. That's not all. Now, some abilities increase your damage based on how much you move, making certain exploration characters a must pull, not just for traversal, but for meta combat viability. It's like multiple layers of shit. It's a shit cake. It's a bro, there's so many layers of shit to this, it's insane. Kuro's design philosophy when it comes to traversal and Wuthering Waves couldn't be further from Genshin right now. So I can't help but feel this sudden fear of new exploration perks comes from this PTSD rather than looking at what the devs are actually doing and building for the player base. In Wuthering Waves, you already have an insane level of freedom without pulling for anyone. The 5-star abilities just add more to what's already great. They're not compensating for a weak system like in Genshin. I hope when we go to new places like the new Federation, we get some awesome new traversal mechanics. You know, let me ride motorbikes everywhere or something, like give us vehicles. That would be super bloody cool. So in conclusion, this is the total nothing burger. Like, people are complaining and crying over nothing. Like, oh, you're defending this from Kuro, but you won't defend it for Genshin. They're missing the entire point. It's so entirely different, and the design philosophies behind both devs are just wildly different. Okay, so that's really all I gotta say on this. I appreciate you. I'm live every single day on Twitch. Links in the pinned comment. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.